Hey guys, it's Julie with Julie's Designs. So today is another Thrift to Treasure video where I take 4 items that I've either thrifted, found at garage sales, was given to me, and I turn it into something for resale. Now we are approaching the Thanksgiving holiday season and I am crazy busy. So I figured I'd go ahead and kill 2 birds with 1 stone and take care of some orders and film it for y'all. So what I do is when I get orders is I just write it in a notebook, and I won't, if I'm out of my house, I won't even answer messages because I'm worried I will forget to write in my notebook. If it doesn't go in my notebook, I will never remember about the order. So definitely, if you are busy right now for this holiday season, I hope you are, make sure you are writing everything down so you don't forget about people's orders. Although it still happens sometimes. Luckily, my customers are very understanding. So I only have 1 item to show y'all now because the rest of it, we're just using scrap wood that I have, and I don't feel like I need to show you a piece of wood. You'll see it when I'm redoing it. But I do want to show y'all this shirt. So I do have a Teespring store. I don't believe I talked about it before. I only have a few designs in there. It's just like if something comes to my head, I'll add it in there. But if you've watched my nursery video where I take you on a tour of my baby girl Ren's nursery, I had my kids draw pictures of a wren. And my oldest son, Brandon, he's so good at drawing. He's such a great artist. So I took his image of the wren and I had it turned into a shirt. So this is one that I made just for the baby. It says Wren Lucille with the little wren. Now hers came out darker. I did want it to look like somebody had hand drawn on, I wanted like a white graphic t-shirt, and I wanted to look like somebody drew on it with a pencil, but mine came out super light. Like I like the way hers look. So I already went in and edited this one, so if you order it, it will be much darker. I'll actually make it dark. I made it darker than this one just to be sure. I want you to actually see it. So it says, it has a picture of the wren, and I don't know if you can see it at the bottom, but it has a quote. It says, "Become like a bird, expand your wings, learn new things, and fly as high as you can." I just love that quote, and I feel like it is just what I feel like my channel is. I want to inspire y'all to learn new things, because if you've watched my channel for a while, you know I'm not afraid to try something new and pretty much do it on every single video. I try to tackle something that I've never done before, and when you do what you love, you just never know where it's going to take you. And I have no plans for this YouTube channel. It's just a fun new adventure that I'm doing, and we'll see where it takes me. So yeah, if you want this shirt, it's in my Teespring store, and like I said, I've already edited so the image will be darker. All right, let's get to the projects today. So let me show y'all the one that I actually have. Do y'all see these at the garage sales? I used to see them all the time and pick them up. So I turned them into the most amazing piece of wall decor. It is going to be so cute. It's going to blow your mind. These sell like hotcakes. I've sold every single one that I have gotten, no problem. Now the problem is to find these, because I cannot find them anymore. So we're going to do something fun with this. And then I'm going to make a Christmas tree box. Now I started making these years ago. Even before I started reselling, I made one for myself. And they used to sell great, but the big stores, you know, Hobby Lobby and Walmart has caught on. So now they make them as well, but it's fine. Like, I don't need to spend all my time making Christmas tree boxes. But I'm going to show y'all how to make them in case you want to make them for yourself or make them to resale. That's totally cool. Man, every time I go into Hobby Lobby, I'm like, I need my own product line, because I'll see something that has literally I've made for myself years and years ago. I'm like, man, I could be making so much money if I could figure out how to mass produce this stuff. Because, you know, I have an endless amount of ideas. All right, and then what else we're making? Oh, we're going to make a breadboard. I know I already did a breadboard video. I'll put that in a link in the description below if you haven't watched it. But I have an order for one. I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and just make one start to finish on camera. And then, some picture hangers. I had somebody that wanted 3 of them for Christmas. So I'm going to go ahead and make those on camera. They're super easy. that two-tone look that I've been doing, and you just need a few pieces of wood. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So, all right, let's get started because I got a lot of work to do. Oh, Lord. We are going to be making a U-shaped Christmas tree box. So I need to cut a bunch of wood to 1 foot. And I make a lot of these boxes, so the most efficient use of my time is just to cut out a whole bunch of these 1 foot pieces, get them all cut out, and then take them to my sander and then sand them all down. And I'll just do a whole big stack of them. Okay, now we're going to make the base. It's going to be U-shaped, like I said, and I am just using wood construction screws to screw the 2x4s together. And now the base is ready to add those 1 foot pieces. I like to use wood glue and then my nail gun, and I just nail them together. Now I haven't even posted these yet on my Facebook page, and I've already gotten an order for 5 of them this week. People just know each year that I make these. I charge $50 for the box and then $10 if they want them to be customized. I offer them in natural wood or painted white, and then the customer just lets me know. Sometimes I have to help them out, like I ask them what their tree looks like because they can't decide if they want white or natural. So I kind of like help them and guide them in the right direction on what color I think they should go with. I'm using this flat Walmart paint, flat paint from Walmart. It's $13 a gallon. Pretty much anytime I'm painting on wood, I use this because it still has that flat look of chalk paint, but it still distresses very easy. Now I'm going to customize this piece. This client wanted it to say Merry Christmas, the Galeys. And when it's bigger than a sheet of paper, I'll cut it out. I'll put it on 2 pieces of paper and then tape it together. And that's how I get my bigger signs done. I'll just tape the pages all together. And now I'm using carbon paper and a pencil and just transferring my image onto the wood. And then I'm going to use this water-based Sharpie pen. It is in my Amazon store, and I'm just going over what I've already traced with the paint marker. I know this process may seem a little bit long to some, but it's how I've been doing it, and it's what works for me. And I also find painting on the words very relaxing. I do not mind doing it at all. Okay, so it's a U-shaped box. So you're going to put it under the tree, just slide it under, and then I like to put a blanket on top. Now I have this blanket that I love and I could not find it. So I guess I'm going to order me another one. It is also in my Amazon store. It's like a red and white knit. It is so, so pretty. I'm sure once I order another one, I'll probably find my old one, but it's only like $15 on Amazon. To make the breadboard, I first cut a piece of wood to 20 inches because that's what this customer wanted this breadboard to be. And then I like to use a stick to try to find the middle of the breadboard, and I just freehand a handle. And then I cut one side of the breadboard, and then I use that as a template for the other side. So you just want to turn it over, draw out the other side, and then cut it with your jigsaw, and that makes it even. That's, for me, the easiest way I found to do this, because even if you're using a template, you know, sometimes it doesn't match up. So it's best just to use a piece of wood to get it correct. And then you're going to use a twist drill bit. I looked up that term for y'all, so I used the correct term. A twist drill bit, and we're going to put a hole at the top of the breadboard. Next, I'm going to use a very rough sandpaper just to round out those edges. You can also use a grinder. If you watch my breadboard video, I use this as well to give it more of an antique look, but I'm going to give this piece an antique look using paint. So I'm not going to take out my grinder. I'm just going to use a high grit sandpaper, round everything out, and it'll look just as good in the end. So to antique this piece, I'm going to use the Waverly wax mixed with water. I love this technique to just give pieces a very matte, aged look. And I do the front and the back of the breadboard. So I'm just going to put this on the front and then I'm going to put it on the back. And then to age the edges of this piece, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my brush into the antiquing wax mixture. So you'll see when it's not watered down, it comes out much darker. And if you look at an old antique piece, the edges are always darker. And I find it is easier to blend it in if you do it while the piece is still wet. And then the last step is to add this mineral oil. So y'all see how matte it dries once the antiquing wax water mixture is all dry. It's a very matte look. And so this mineral oil will kind of like bring back out the color, and it just gives it like a very beautiful effect. But if you want that ultra matte look, then I would not add the mineral oil. All right, guys, this next project is going to be so easy. You're going to be like, why did I not think of that? So if you're getting a piece of wood from the lumber yard, a 1x4 works perfect for this project. I didn't have that, so I just cut down a piece of fencing. I painted it white and distressed it already. And then you're going to figure out what size you want your shelves to be, like how long you want them to be, cut them down to size. And then I turn it over and simply nail the accordion shelf onto the white distressed shelf that I just made. So I'm just using my nail gun and I'm just shooting a few nails on each side, and that keeps the piece all together. So it will not move once you do this, and that is literally all you have to do, and it turns it into the cutest little shelf I have ever seen. These sell so good for me. The only problem is I cannot find any more of these accordion shelves. I haven't found any in a while. Okay, this project has lots of steps for such a small piece of artwork. This customer wanted a picture hanger that fit a 4x6 picture. So I got one. I like to visually lay everything out. I'm using fence boards and I cut them 8 inches long. And so I need to put 2 together. This is how I make all my signs. I use smooth 1/4-inch plywood to put my pieces together. I use wood glue and then my brad nailer to secure the 2 pieces of fencing together. Next, I'm going to use my Waverly antiquing wax and water. This is just so that the whole piece looks cohesive because she wants 3 of these, so I want them all to look as similar as possible. Now, when I'm going to be painting on natural wood, I always seal it because I found that if I don't seal it, my paint tends to bleed on the wood. So I always seal my pieces when I'm doing natural wood. Okay, I want to put a little white frame at the top and the bottom, so I already cut like a small piece of fencing, painted it white, distressed it, and I'm just using my nail gun to secure it into place. Okay, she wanted the kid's name on it. Y'all, look at those chunky legs. Oh my God. So I'm just using my carbon paper and I'm copying the name onto the piece of wood. Then I'm going to use my painter's pen. This one you can get from Walmart. This is the pen that I like to use when I'm doing very fine detailed work. It is the best one I found, which I need to go get more because this one isn't working that great. This piece is definitely a prime example of why I prefer to make bigger pieces that I can charge more for. Because this is something she picked out. I had it in a bigger size and she wanted it to fit a 4x6 picture. But it still takes the same amount of time and I can't charge as much for it. But it's fine. Okay, next I'm going to add a little hanger. I just got these bows on clearance last year after Christmas, but they're kind of like year-round color. So I just cut them in half and I'm stapling to the back so they can hang, she can hang them up. Then I'm using my Gorilla Glue clear grip to secure the clip into place. These clips are in my Amazon store. They are super cheap. I use them on lots of projects. I like to keep the 4x6 photo on here just to make sure, like I said, that the placement and the layout looks good. I just wanted to show y'all my order notebook and how I personally keep track of things. I write down their name and then what they ordered. And if there's something that's very specific, then I always write see message so I can go back and look at their message and see what else I need to do to it. Because if I don't write that down, I will forget and I usually mess up the order. So if it's specific, I write see message so I can go back and look. And then if they paid, I write paid on the side. And then when I finish it, I cross it off with a pencil. And then when they actually pick it up, I cross it off with a highlighter. That way I know it's done, it's out my house, I don't have to worry about it anymore because there's different stages of everything going on at one time. And as y'all can see, there is not much marked off with this pencil, so I have a lot of work to do. If you have a better way of keeping track of stuff, I am totally open to suggestions. And this is why I do not answer messages unless I'm home, because I need to be writing it down because it's not stuff I can remember. I just have too many orders and too many things going on. But that's a good problem to have, right?